What's on, guys? So Cuz Crypto here with another video. So looking at the market right now, everything is up, and well, we're literally looking quite good, aren't we? So Bitcoin up to 99, just shy of 99.5. We'll check the chart in a minute, but it just lipped under that 100k mark. Close there, we're very close, but ain't breaking it yet. And even Ethereum nearly lipping at $2,000 mark as well, which is brilliant. Market cap currently is 3.09 trillion. So in the market, since we did the last video yesterday, we've obviously added 90 billion to the market cap of the total cryptocurrency, which is great to see. Even after the FOMC meeting, mild volatility. I wouldn't say substantial amounts, but again, crypto market is looking good. So Bitcoin at the minute on the 24-hour up 2.5%. Again, like I said, $99,004 or just under $99,500. So realistically, Bitcoin breaking that $100,000 mark is huge, and it's kind of then where do we go from there? Do we kind of start, ranging up to like 104, 105? And kind of go from there. Ethereum as well, up 6, nearly 7% on the 24-hour. Again, a good spike from Ethereum to see. Market cap just shy of 240 billion. XRP up 3.5%, not doing bad. Solana nearly 5%, for like 4.74%. Cardano as well, looking good at 5.5, over 5.5%. Now look, Sui, nearly 11%. Just on the 24 hours, obviously, we'll look at the charts for that in a minute as well. Chainlink 7.5%, brilliant. Bitcoin Cash, look at that, 12.7% up on the 24 hour. But yeah, all cryptocurrencies over the last 24 hours looking quite good. Let's go into the chart, shall we? Oh, look at that, Pepe, up 11.8%. And BitTensor as well, 10%. Love to see it. And then again, where are we up to here? Trump coin up 11 and a bit percent. Right, let's look at charts. So to start with, let's go to Bitcoin. So this is on the 4 hourly. So let's zoom in here a bit. So currently, ranging up to $99,477 for Bitcoin. As you can see here, we literally lipped 99,900 Bitcoin. So that's the highest we got to, and that was around 8-ish, 8 o'clock on GMT time. Let's go to the hourly. Let's just get a good call. Yeah, so 9 o'clock. So we're lipping it, but we're coming back down. So whether we come back down to test 97, or if we just break through kind of that, again, we haven't really got much support around 97 because we've been using that as a lot of resistance over the last 2 weeks. If we look here as well, if you look closely on the hourly, so the EMA basically on the 20-day, we have we're above it, and we're above the 200-day as well, which is the blue line here. The 100-day EMA is this, aqua line. Orange is 50-day, and then the 20-day right here. So it's good to see. And on the RSI, which is known as the Relative Strength Index, basically when this is higher, it means we're going into places where it's, it's being bought up more. So, the higher we go, so if we go into like the 80, well, they say over 70, we go into oversold. Obviously, coming down here is when we're overbought, so meaning that there's probably more link to the upside, and then here is basically saying this is kind of good time to sell, this is a good time to buy. Again, not financial advice right now or ever. But with the RSI, basically if it's above 70, it's been said that selling it, time to sell, or to have a little bit of kind of dollar cost averaging in your sell, so like 20% of your amount. Again, not financial advice, but if you wanted to, it's there. I'm holding my bags. I don't care what anyone says. I'm just going to keep going with my spot bags of, again, I don't hold Bitcoin, but I look at it. So obviously the market is, it follows Bitcoin quite a bit until obviously altcoin season comes around, and then altcoins do take off. And as we can see here, Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin dominance, again, remember, that is the amount or the percentage that Bitcoin has of the whole crypto space. So Bitcoin basically was 65.5% of the crypto market, which is huge. So Bitcoin, let's say, is, I mean, what's the market cap of Bitcoin at the minute? Let's scroll back up. So market cap, it's nearly true. It's 1.95 trillion, and basically that's 64.5% of 3.09 trillion. Okay, so that's basically the idea around Bitcoin dominance. So that percentage has come down because all of a sudden altcoins, it's not significant. It's only come down about 0.5%. So it's come down 0.5%. So altcoins have had a bit more of a, obviously when Bitcoin pushes, altcoins tends to push a bit higher, but because of the volatility of altcoins, meaning that Bitcoin usually, when prices drop, they don't drop as much as the altcoins. And by altcoins, remember what I mean, is your other coins like your Ethereum, XRP, Hedera, anything like that, they're altcoins. It's anything bar Bitcoin, basically. But when your altcoins drop, they obviously drop a lot further, like we said in the other video, where like from the high of Bitcoin down to when the tariffs were announced, Bitcoin went down 30%, whereas Hedera went down 70%, XRP went down 50%. So it shows that Bitcoin is less volatile, but when Bitcoin rises and altcoins tend to have a bit more of a pump as well, they'll pump a bit more in percentage wise, so that'll bring the Bitcoin dominance down a little bit. But again, when prices go down, the volatility of altcoins can be more severe, so then Bitcoin dominance might shoot up again slightly, depending. Right, let's have a look at Ethereum. So Ethereum, look at that. We lipped 1970 near enough, 1968, so $1,968. We are yet to break $2,000. Obviously, where we have been, let's go to the daily. Let's have a good look. So on the daily, let's get a nicer view of this because I don't want it looking too. There we go. So on the daily, as you can see here, we're using this 1830, 1840 as kind of resistance. So we're holding well between 175 to 1850. And, you know, today we've kind of just shot up through and we've hit that line of resistance at about basically $2,000, but just below it. We're just not able to lip over it. So once you break through to 1980, hopefully then Ethereum, we can see that push on a little bit, and it's good to see it. Ethereum obviously had the its program today being released. So what's that program called again? Ethereum program. What was it called again? It's annoying because I'm so dyslexic sometimes, I forget what things are called. But anyway, they released another program. I forgot what it's called. But it's basically helping the ecosystem of Ethereum basically to run more efficiently and going into proof of stake. So like Solana is proof of stake. But again, I'll do other videos on that, on proof of stake, proof of work, what it means, and we'll go from there. Let's have a quick look at XRP. So XRP as well on the daily. We have a nice little candle here. So the funny thing is, on the daily, the RSI on XRP is quite level, just because of its performance over the last kind of couple months. The price hasn't fluctuated significantly, whereas obviously with your Ethereum, so where we're here, so we're around the kind of 67 mark, so we can be coming into overbought territory. But with XRP, we're quite level, and we're just crossing here. So could we see another spike on the daily? If we go to the 4 hourly on the RSI, let's have a look. So we came over here, crossed it, and we see a bit of bullish kind of catalyst. But again, we're still ranging within that 30 to 70 range on the RSI, and even on the moving averages, we're above it, which is great to see. Solana as well, well above the moving averages here, and the RSI is looking quite strong. We're coming again. We didn't really cross it. We're coming into basically overbought territory here. So then whether we then go into oversold down here at some point. But again, Solana has not done that for a long time. Last time Solana was kind of oversold was around the tariffs. So obviously people were a bit anxious around there. And then we'll go into Sui, because look at Sui, looking really good. Again, the project is just flying at the minute. It's RSI is coming up to that 70. So it can be going into overbought territory. So again, not financial advice, but whether you want to sell a couple bags. Again, for me, I'm holding my spot bag. I don't care what anyone says to me until I see a significant indication why to sell. Again, when I go through this bull run, I'm going to be selling as the price goes up. So when I hit certain targets on my, certain crypto projects that I hold, so like Sui, like my XLP, Hedera, Chainlink, I will gradually, and Casper, I'll gradually just dollar cost average. I don't say pound cost average, which doesn't sound the same, but yeah, dollar cost average out. So, 20% at a certain price, and then it'll pump up a bit higher, and I'll take another 20%. I'm just doing that. Again, that's my kind of tactic. Doesn't have to be yours. Just because I want to make some money from it, and I don't want to ride it all the way up, thinking, oh, this is amazing, it's going to keep going up, euphoria, and then it will come back down 20%. I'm thinking, no, it'll go back up, and then it'll go back up 5%, 10%, being like, oh, it's back to normal, and then it just plummets again. Again, this is my first bull run, so I am just being cautious. Other things as well to look for is, like, obviously, again, this isn't financial advice, it's do what you want to do, but I'm going to be looking at the Coinbase app, how much it's been downloaded. So if it's top 3 in the financial app store, or top 5 in the app store in general, or quite high up, I'm going to be looking to sell. If people were talking about crypto more frequently, I had a chat with a mate the other day, my best mate, and he is quite a traditional kind of finance person, where you can't blame him, to be fair. He's got the house doing really well, but the side of crypto he doesn't understand. We don't understand. Not many people understand it, to be fair, do they? Because they say, oh, this coin's going up, and then it drops 20%. You're like, okay, well, they obviously don't know anything. What I do is I look at levels of resistance and support. I look at the RSI, and I look at the moving averages as well, of these colours here. And if it's above it, great. If it's below it, the project's not doing as strong. But talking to him, it's kind of insightful to see how basically my mindset is totally different to his, and we have different opinions, but I appreciate it because I like to have that debate. But yeah, him knowing that I'm investing in crypto, he was obviously a bit like, why are you doing that? And the amount of money I have in it. But yeah, at the end of the day, I believe in cryptocurrency and what it stands for, and I put into certain crypto projects which I think have good utility, and majority of my money are in those utility projects. So I got a lot of, like I said, in XRP. I've got a lot in Sui, Hedera, Ondo being a real world asset as well, and then Casper as well. I feel will have amazing utility in what it's striving for, but again, that's more of a say riskier. It's just the project hasn't been used by the by the general public yet as much. But once people start to talk about cryptocurrency, trust me, then it will become a thing where, well, okay, do we get out now? Because if I was about to say my nan, but mind, she, bless her soul, she's not here anymore. My hairdresser or barber, or any patients I have, if they start talking about crypto, I am straight away being like, right, I want to sell a little bit of my bag, see how it goes, and keep selling and dollar cost averaging. But again, not financial advice. Do you, as my partner says, bless her. She is one sassy queen, and I love it. So all in all, market's looking good. Currently, Bitcoin, whether we're going to break that kind of $100,000 mark, again, hard to say. Where the RSI is, it's just above that 70. So again, we're in overbought territory. It might let back down a little bit when we sell off a little bit, and we might come back down to 97. We might use this as support now, but again, we'll see over the next kind of couple hours to the next few couple days whether this will happen. But yeah, guys, just be aware of what you're putting your money into, and just be cautious around kind of projects that you think are, for example, Bitcoin, like I said, is a nearly $2 trillion market cap. So if you want to make a lot of money in Bitcoin, you got to put a lot of money in. So for example, if this goes to 3 trillion, but you think I'm going to put 100 quid in Bitcoin, that goes to 3 trillion, basically you're making £50 because it will go up 50%. So you're making 50% on that £100. Yeah, you're not making much. And as you come down, I mean, like I said, Dogecoin is a meme coin. Okay, so be careful of meme coins. Yes, it has a $27 billion market cap, but just be careful with memes, etc. Like I said, I am in XRP. It's top, it's fourth in the cryptocurrency. It's nearly $130 billion market cap. I'm looking at that basically where I'm thinking, if I make double my money, I'm doing okay. I literally got on an XRP when it was 50 cents, 60 cents. So I've made quite a good bag already. I've held it, haven't sold any. I'm just I haven't got the energy to keep going in and out of the market, trying to sell when it's high, and then it will supposedly drop, and then all of a sudden you sell, and all of a sudden it goes up more. So I'd rather just be in the project and go from there. Same with Sui. But look, guys, if you're going down to below your top 100, so I mean, for me at the minute, actually, randomly came onto this quant. I have a bit of quant, and I feel like it's going to do quite well. I mean, the last 7 days is up 21%, nearly 22%. Again, not financial advice or anything, but I like that project a lot. It's got the European digital currency. It's got a partnership with them, where they're kind of the quant's kind of like a search engine, like Google is for cryptocurrency relating to like stable coins, etc. Sorry, I'm still overcoming a cough. And then the other things, guys, I mean, as we come down to here, look, so you got Walrus. This is a Sui ecosystem coin. This I'm just an example here, just shy of 800 million. So you're thinking, right, if I put £100 into this and 800 million, but it goes to 8 billion, oh well, great, you've made 10 times your money. So you would have made £1,000, but that happening is, no one can predict that. You're kind of then gambling. So like my friend was like, it's not saying gambling, but he's like, how can you be sure of the markets? And I get it, he's right, but this is where it gets a bit riskier when you go down this curve of down the market, and all these coins or these cryptocurrencies then become a bit more riskier assets to hold. Again, Dog with Hat, this is a meme coin on Solana. I hold Dog with Hat. I've got about 250 Dog with Hat. Currently, I've got about £110 worth. Because I just think, okay, that's a small part of my portfolio. That's fine, and that's what I am doing. Not financial advice, but that's what I am doing. I'm holding meme coins, but it's 5% of my actual whole portfolio. If they do really well, obviously it might go to 10%, because again, the volatility is a lot higher. They shoot up high, but they come down even faster. All right, so for example, let's go to number 3. So that'd be 201. I mean, again, so let's find a random coin here. So let's say Tailcoin. So 500 million market cap. So again, or Plume. Plume's also, it's a real world asset kind of token. So 300, again, look at that. So within a space of 3 places, you're going down 150 or $165 million in market cap. But yeah, Plume, Tailcoin, all these coins, again, lower down the curve, more risk. You put your money into it, yes, you could spike up higher, but then you got to think, okay, is it going to keep going up? Do you take profits? Do you hold? Is it a long-term hold where you could be holding for a year, 3 years? If you're looking right now where the bull market is kind of, everyone's going, is the bull market over, is it not? Well, look, let's have a look at the bull market. I'm going to say Bitcoin dominance over the last, let's go to the weekly. Bitcoin dominance has not gone, let's get zoom right out here. So Bitcoin dominance in the last 4 years hasn't dropped below. So where are we to 2019? Let's go to 2021. So it hasn't dropped. Okay, so it went down to 39% around 2021, and then obviously was holding. And then as the bear market started around mid to end of 2022, gradually Bitcoin dominance increased again because altcoins are draining because of that volatility, and Bitcoin dominance, because it's less volatile, increased, and the price just gradually went up, and but very slowly. But the Bitcoin dominance, because it has less volatility as a cryptocurrency, Bitcoin does, the Bitcoin dominance then went up, and currently we're up to these highs again. And this is why I feel altcoin season hasn't happened, because we're not hitting these lows. We've not got anywhere near these lows. Again, we had a mini one here, went down to 54%. So for me, that's not enough. So altcoin season has still not happened. Again, how altcoin season will happen. And again, guys, what I mean by altcoin season is other coins and their season being their spikes in price, their pumps. Okay. But yeah, whether that happens, I mean, guys, just be careful what you're doing. Look after yourselves, look after your cryptocurrency. If you want to put money into meme coins, obviously, like, up to you what you do. Like, you know, for example, with Shiba Inu, another meme coin, that was back in 2020, if you put £100 into it, and then into 2021, you would, that £100 would have became like, I think something like 2.1 million. So just be careful what you're doing. But again, the higher projects you go out, the more stability in the sense. And if you're only going to put in money that you're risking to lose, then fair enough. But again, not financial advice. But again, that's kind of the play I'm going for here. All right, guys. But look after each other. Take care and keep fit, keep active, and catch you next one. Have a good one.